So, hello again, everybody. Hopefully, I think this is working. I think this is on. The noise is pretty loud, and hopefully we can. Hopefully, I can sort of fiddle with the sound in a minute or two. Yeah, let's just make sure that the sound isn't too loud. Nah, it isn't. All right. I apologise for the start of that. Yeah, I apologise for the start of that bit there. But yeah, I have been noticing that the sound is like really weird at this point. Um, but yeah, so this is a new recording session again. Um, yeah, I basically only got to record like one episode last time, and yeah, it's I've been thinking of stuff. Yeah, I've also been watching. Other people's playthroughs and stuff. I'm actually gonna turn the volume slightly down. Um, but yeah, I've been watching like not other people's playthroughs of this, other people's playthroughs of actual Undertale. Yeah, I went back and watched a Let's Play of Undertale, just to sort of see what I've been missing and stuff, and see what I've been forgetting. There's a lot of stuff I was forgetting. Apparently, I forgot that Toriel says at the start of the original that she wants to be a teacher, and obviously she gets to be a teacher in this one, and it's actually the end of the pacifist playthrough as well. She actually sort of becomes a teacher, and they all go live in the city. The problem is that, of course, I don't think we can fully sort of clarify that it is in fact the pacifist playthrough, the canon ending, simply because we haven't seen Asgore, Sans, Papyrus, Metaton, all that lot. We haven't seen any of those guys yet, so I don't know whether they're gonna show up at the end or whether they're gonna whether they're here anyway. So yeah, as I say, it's a bit weird that I'm just gonna sort of stand here and sort of I'm just gonna sort of stand here and talk about theories and stuff. I don't know whether this is gonna be like a separate episode or anything, but I kind of was just gonna stand here and talk about all the theories that I've been thinking up. Because yeah, it's definitely with the lightness and the darkness. I'm definitely thinking that like the pacifist playthrough was the canon ending. And I'm thinking this is more of a sequel as well, by the way. But like I'm thinking that the pacifist playthrough is the sort of canon ending, and the Lightners are the monsters that sort of like escaped the underworld, the underground even. Yeah, they're the ones that went through the barrier and live on the surface now, and the Darkness sort of got left behind for some reason. I haven't quite sort of thought up why they got left behind. I guess Asriel got left behind as Ralsei. I mean, if he is Ralsei. But it would make sense because Asriel's soul is still trapped to the flower, Flowey and everything. And, if Asriel's soul is still trapped to Flowey, then I guess he can't really leave the underground, maybe. And that's why he's sort of still stuck as a Darkner rather than a Lightner. But of course, he does have a bedroom on the surface, Toriel, and also she says he's off at university, but she might be lying to herself at that point. Yeah, I guess she might be lying to herself at that point. I really don't know at this point. But I mean, it's just his name is Asriel, just as an anagram of Asriel. So as I say, I would guess that possibly that's the case. I mean, I think I mentioned that before, but I'm not really sure. I just wanted to get all these sort of thoughts down before I actually sort of continued here. Just so I don't sort of get immediately proven wrong or right, and then sort of forget what parts I was sort of remembered and what parts I got right and what parts I got wrong. So I can sort of look back at this and go, oh hey, I got that horribly wrong. Because I imagine most of this is wrong. Like, don't worry about it. I realised Chris's name is just Risk, an anagram of risk, which is just Frisk without the F. If I thought Toby Fox was a worse writer than he has proven to be, I would think he was memeing at this point, and Chris was going to die, and we were all going to have to press F to pay respects, and then the F would just be added to his name, and then it'd be Frisk. So that's a joke theory there. Yeah, that's a sort of joke theory on that one. I'm pretty sure Toby Fox is a better writer than that. If I can think of it, it's not going to be in this game. Susie, of course, is an anagram for nothing. Asus. The closest I could think of was it sounds a bit like Asus, the computer maker, but that's just stupid. But yeah, so as well, the other thing as well, there's two other things that I was thinking of as well. The one is that the turtle in the first one, the turtle that you talk to, actually does mention the Deltarune. And the Deltarune is supposedly the name that Asgore gave the Monster Kingdom. So the Monster Kingdom was actually called the Deltarune, and the little symbol that you see on, I think you see it on the floor. It's like in the carpet of Chris and Azriel's bedroom at the start. It's got 3 little triangles on it, and then like a winged being at the top. Yeah, that's supposedly the Deltarune, and he tells you that that's the Deltarune, and the kingdom is called that as well. So yeah, I forgot about that completely. I forgot about that entirely. And yeah, I can't remember. I think his name's Gerson or something. I can't remember his name. Yeah, I remember him as Turtle Guy, Shop Turtle Guy. But yeah, I think his name's like Gerson or something. But yeah, it was interesting to know that as well. But I mean, I don't know fully, like, I don't know how much time has passed here as well. Like, all theories here sort of like lead to how much time has passed, and it's sort of not really fully, I'm not really getting a full grasp of how long has passed in the timeline here. Because my other theory was that Chris is just Frisk grown up. He's just teenage Frisk, and it's been like 5 or 6 years or something. But I mean, for the darkness to resent the lightness that much in only 5 or 6 years, it feels like it's been like 100. You know what I mean? It feels like it's been a lot longer than 5 or 6 years. Because I imagine the darkness would have had to have time to resent the lightness before then. It would have been a lot longer. I can't imagine resentment would have grown. Well, I mean, resentment might have grown in 5 or 6 years, but you know what I mean. I suppose it's happened before. It might as well happen in this as well. I mean, history has proven otherwise. But yeah, as I say, my theory was that Chris was just Frisk, but older. It's sort of like, again, not the genocide, the pacifist playthrough is, the canon ending, and then you go live with Toriel on the surface, and then she becomes a teacher and all that kind of stuff, and you're just still continuing to live with Toriel, but why your name is Chris now and not Frisk, I don't know. Yeah, why the character's name is Chris now and not Frisk, I will have no idea. Unless he already died and we've already pressed, we haven't pressed F to pay respects yet. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But yeah, the other thing was, in the first one, there's another skeleton guy, I think, right? Gaster. A lot of people talk about Gaster. And I remember hearing about him before. One of Sans' attacks is the Gaster Blaster, I think, and it's like the big demon head thing. So I mean, there are obviously more skeletons because Lancer is a skeleton, right? So maybe my theory is that, or I'm wondering whether Lancer and his dad have something to do with this Gaster guy, and Gaster was actually sort of still alive during the events of Undertale, and he just wasn't sort of seen. I think you can fight him, can't you? In like one of the secret battles, I'm sure you can fight him at the end of Undertale. But yeah, I do not remember. I do not at all remember. But yeah, I think I'm definitely just sort of gonna make this a separate thing. Just gonna make this a separate like 10-minute video or something. Well, or like 7 or 8 minutes. I don't know. I don't fully know how long I've been going for. But yeah, I'm very interested to know what the hell is going on with this game. I am thoroughly invested in all of this. I've been desperate to play it the last couple of days, but I haven't been able to. Haven't been able to record anything more since like last Friday, and it's now Tuesday. So I've just been theorizing in my own head here. But yeah, as I say, I think that was all I was gonna mention, right? Oh god, my screen, my monitor's actually gone off because I haven't done anything. Oh yeah, my monitor actually just went off because I hadn't done anything for like 5 minutes. Yeah, I think that was all the theories I was gonna mention. Yeah, I still don't know who this soldier is, or knight, or whatever they said was, who'd come down to sort of take over Card Castle. And I still don't fully understand whether the king of Card Castle had put himself and Lancer in charge, or whether he put the knight and Lancer in charge. It was a bit confusing wording on that one. I also have no idea who Ruxel's card is. That was confusing me. I was desperately trying to find an anagram out of that name. The only thing I can still find out of that name is Soul. Yeah, like Dark Soul or something. I cannot think of Rack's Dark Soul. That's all I can think of. But yeah, I literally could not think of anything else other than that, and it was confusing the balls out of me. It really was. But yeah, I will end the recording here. This, as I say, this will be sort of like a side episode, just of me sort of going back and fixing all of the lore mistakes that I've been making last couple of days. And yeah, so I'm definitely thinking this is a sequel now, but yeah, it's again, the timeline is a bit confusing. But yeah, as I say, some of my theory mistakes have been fixed. Let's continue on with the actual game, and I will see you in a minute or two, everybody. See ya. Bye bye.